Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor John with another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. So yesterday we completed our series, The Gospel on Broadway, and we were talking about love. You know, how love is the beginning and the ending. Love is the Alpha and the Omega. Love is the inspiration, but it's also the conclusion of the Christian faith. You know, love is the reason. It's supposed to be the reason we do the things we do and believe the things we believe as Christians. But love is also the thing that the things we do is leading to. So love is the bookend. And the love I'm talking about, again, is a very specific kind of love. It's agape love. It's that unconditional love it's that unconditional love whose source is God alone. But it's also love as a decision, not love as an emotion. It's love based on the heart of the giver of love, not on the merit of the recipient of the love. And that love is the cornerstone of Christian living. And without it, Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13, without that love, then everything else is just smoke and mirrors. It doesn't matter. That love is what gives life to everything we do. And as I was preparing, it reminded me of a book from way back, from before I was born even. I think it's like the early 50s by J.B. Phillips. And the book was called Your God is Too Small. And the basic thrust of the book was that the challenges we face as people in this world are great. And we become overwhelmed by them because the God that we say we believe in and the God that we actually believe in, are different. The God we say we believe in is big enough to help us face these challenges. But the God we actually put our trust in on a real day-to-day, basis is a lot smaller. And he was just challenging us to kind of help to see our God as larger than the challenges we face. And so here's the thing. I think, and I think Paul understood this, and I know Jesus understood this, but I think that love is that thing that helps us to truly understand God as being bigger than even the problems and challenges that we face. And by that I mean this. When we consider what's going on in the world, and we consider what's going on in our own lives, and we feel overwhelmed, okay? A God based on a certain dogma is not going to help us. A God based on a certain Christian denomination and the parameters of that denomination, that's not going to be big enough. A God that is the formulation of our childlike mind is certainly not going to be big enough. But a God that is love, okay, by God's very nature, is love. And a God who became love incarnate in the world, and who was crucified and rose again, and lives and breathes within all of us. That God is big enough, because love is big enough. Morals, rules, doctrines, all these things, they're not big enough. But love is big enough. So if you're feeling the challenges that you face are too big and the God you're worshiping or believing in is too small, maybe it's not God's fault. Maybe we need to go back to love. If I can preach with the oratory of Martin Luther King Jr., which I cannot, but if I could, and I still had not love in my heart, then I'm just making noise. Love is the thing that inspires us to live, but it's also the thing to which our lives are leading. It's the beginning and the end. And so love is big enough to help us face any challenge, especially when that love is experienced in community. Hope you have a wonderful week, my friends. God bless.